Morning, 6th grade. Today's lesson is 2-3, which is absolute values of rational numbers. Just a refresher before we get started talking about what absolute value is, let's do a little refresher on rational numbers. Now remember, rational numbers can be whole numbers, so our counting numbers are 1, 2, so on. The opposites, so that's our negative numbers. Any fractions, which also include improper fractions and mixed numbers, and decimals. So all of those four things together, and one more, let's add this as well. Zeros also included. Those are all examples of rational numbers. Now, absolute value is taking a look at all of these different types of numbers. But what absolute value is, it's the distance from zero on a number line. So I'm going to put my number line just above right here. We know that our zero is going to be going right here. We have 1, 2, -1, -2. So we're just going to keep them small right now. If we're taking a look at this number line, the absolute value is the distance from zero, okay, on a number line. So if we're looking at the number 1, that positive 1, it is one spot away from zero. Okay, so the absolute value of positive 1 would be 1. Now, if we look at -1, we're also going to be thinking, how far away is that from zero? It is one spot from zero. So -1, the absolute value is also 1. For our numbers, they're always going to be a positive number, like I showed up here. If we have a 1 or a -1, the absolute value is 1 in both of those. However, don't use any signs, so I don't want to see that plus or that positive sign. Just keep it as just the number. What you're going to be seeing as a sign to show that you're looking for the absolute value are these two lines. Now, there's going to be a number inside of there, whether it's 1/3 or whether it's 3, whether it's -3. Those lines on the outside show that you need to find the absolute value. So the absolute value of this one right here would be 1/3. We're just taking off any positive or negative signs. Absolute value of 3 would be 3. Absolute value of -3, same thing, we're thinking how far away is from zero. It is also 3. Let's take a look at a couple examples over here. So finding the absolute value of these ones, we can find the absolute value of whole numbers, of fractions, and of decimals. The absolute value of -46 is simply 46. That's how far away is from zero. The absolute value of -2/3 is simply 2/3. How far away is from zero? The absolute value of 0.7, how far away is from zero? It's simply 0.7 or 7/10. So in these ones, notice we do not have any signs on the front. However, we're thinking about how far away they are from zero. Part of your assignment is going to be looking at ordering. Now, when we're doing our ordering here, we do have to figure out what the absolute value of each of these ones is before we do any of our ordering. So our absolute value of 10 would be 10. Absolute value of -3 would be 3. The absolute value of 0, how far away is 0 from 0? It's simply 0. And then -5.25 or 5 and 25/100 is 5.25. Terrible handwriting, sorry guys. And now that we have our absolute values, we can put these in order from our smallest number to our greatest number, least to greatest. So in this case, we would have our absolute value of 0 first. And then what comes next? We have our 3, so the absolute value of -3. Then we have the absolute value of -5.25. And then we have the absolute value of 10 for our order, from least to greatest. Your assignment is taking a look at two different parts. You will have ones where you find the absolute value, and the other part where you guys are going to be doing some ordering. There also will be some comparing with those ones as well. Your assignment is practice book page 85. Practice book page 85. If you have questions, please make sure you ask. Thank you.